How you doing, Pastor? The pastor was asking about getting a business loan, but that ain't it, man. I'm gonna give you the best financial information for you or for anybody listening if you want to get that loan, though. I gotcha. Listen up. This is how the big boys do it. You're inquiring about a business loan. I wouldn't even get a business loan. I would look into a commercial loan, and this is why. Commercial loan is gonna be about 10% down. Say if a commercial building is $100,000, right? And you got to put 20% down, which is 20 grand. You got to come up with the money, borrow from friends, or save up your money. But once you got that $20,000, you get a $100,000 business or commercial building. So now you owe $80,000 on that. Then what you do is you're going to start your church in it, right? Because you're a pastor, right? Start your church in it. And say that church is going to make about $100,000 a year in offering. And when everything's said and done, you're going to make about $40,000. After you pay your bills and your rent and stuff like that. You said rent, but why would I pay myself rent? You put the church in an LLC and you put the commercial property in its own LLC. Now you take that commercial loan and you pay down from the money that you make from the church. Say you charging the church $1,000 a month in rent, right? But that's part of the expenses of owning your own church, right? But one thing about commercial property is commercial property value is contingent upon what it brings in rent. This is the sauce. This is where you're going to make a lot of money at. Your commercial building is only charging your church $1,000 in rent. But now you're going to raise the rent on their butts on the church. So now instead of $1,000, you're going to charge them $2,000. So now they're double. You're still making, after all the bills said and done, $50,000, but now it's going to drop down to about $38,000 because you're charging $1,000 more, right? This the sauce though. Since that commercial building now has doubled its income, now it's going to be worth twice as much. So now you can go to the bank and say, oh, this commercial building is its own thing. It's making $2,000 a month versus $1,000 a month. So the value, because value is perceived about how much money in rent it brings, now it's double. So now you go to the bank and say, I want to take a loan out on 80% of what this commercial building is worth. So $200,000 now versus $100,000. And that refinance is tax free. So if you get 80% of your money back, that's $160,000. 160 minus the $20,000 you put down. Now you're going to get a check for $80,000. And now you rinse and repeat. You can have 10 franchise churches in about 5 years, making about $50,000 a piece. Hey, but what do I know? Like and follow for more. Too easy, man. What's next?